So it was revealed this week that MLB The Show 18 is making a major change to the attribute system on specific cards in Diamond Dynasty. It was revealed in the Diamond Dynasty GameStop Monday video that certain attributes on specific cards are going to be able to exceed 99. For example, if you look at the Ken Griffey Jr. card that they showed off in the trailer, you can see that his hitting numbers are completely different than they are in MLB The Show 17. Now, just for disclaimer, this may not be what Ken Griffey Jr.'s attributes look like when the game comes out. It may be, but they're saying a lot of the ratings aren't final, they're still working on everything, so there's a chance it may not look like this, but just for sake of argument, let's say that this is what they look like going into the release of MLB 18. 103 contact against righties, 103 contact versus lefties, 116 power versus righties, 125 power versus lefties. So on this 99 overall Ken Griffey Jr. card, you can see that there are 4 attributes that do go over 100. And this is going to be a major change for the game because this has never happened before. We've never seen this in MLB The Show. Usually the attributes have always been capped at 99 overall. So I wanted to talk about this feature and kind of go over a little bit about what people think about it, kind of go over both sides of the argument. So I was really curious about this feature. I wanted to kind of get a vibe of how people were feeling about it, if people were liking it, not liking it, just kind of get people's thoughts and start a little discussion about it. So I made a poll on my YouTube page, on my little community part, and I asked the question, do you guys like this feature? And I gave you 3 choices on the poll. I said, do you like it, do you not like it, or are you unsure, you need to see it in gameplay first? It did get a lot of votes and I got a lot of good feedback about it, so I'm going to go over some of that feedback today and kind of go over what people are thinking and kind of just the general consensus about this feature. Also, I do want to highlight a couple other guys that made videos about this topic as well. Kevin God and Beanie Antics, they talked about this feature as well, so I highly recommend going to check out their videos to kind of get the most information possible so you know the most going into the release of MLB The Show 18. So right off the bat, I will tell you guys how I feel about this feature. I'll be transparent. I like the idea of this feature. If I were to vote on my own poll, I would probably vote for unsure and need to see it in gameplay first, just because, you know, there might be ideas that sound good on paper, but at the end of the day, it all comes down to how the game plays. But I do like the idea of this feature because I feel like in MLB The Show 17, there were so many 99 overall cards in the game that the value of the 99 overall diamond kind of decreased. There's a reason that certain guys go for over 300 to 400k on the market and some 99s go for like 40k. It's just certain cards are better overall cards even though the 99 overall diamond rating is put on them. So I like the idea that this gives players a little bit more of a boost when they're truly a 99 and they truly might be better than what their card actually shows. I really do like that. So now I'm going to go over the poll and kind of go over some of the comments and see what you guys are thinking. So with over 3,000 votes, 52% of people said yes, I like this feature. 16% said no, I don't like it, and then 32% said unsure, need to see it in gameplay first. So the first comment I'm going to highlight is actually the most upvoted comment from the 239 boys, and he said, no, I don't like it. I believe only legends should be able to go over 99, regular players should be capped. So he's basically saying that live series cards shouldn't be able to be up all the way with some of these legends. Live series cards should be capped similar to the way they are in NBA 2K, where I think they're around like an 80 to an 85, and then the legends and specific versions of cards will be up towards the 90s and, you know, the pink diamonds or whatever they are in that game. So I understand this point of thinking and the fact that you want to make all the legends extremely valuable, you want to make them kind of the marquee guys you want to go for. But at the end of the day, there are certain guys in the league like Mike Trout, who is always being compared to some of the all-time greats, particularly because of his track record. Trout has been compared numerous times to Mickey Mantle, to Ken Griffey Jr., big-time guys like those. Like, he deserves to be in the conversation because of the career that he's put together, and hopefully he continues to go forward and have an even better career than people even think he's gonna have. If he does that, he's gonna be considered an all-time great, arguably the best player of all time. If he's already being compared to these guys, why should he be limited because of a level cap? In my opinion, Mike Trout should be a 99 overall diamond because he's not only the best player in the game, he's one of the best players that we've seen in the last decade to 2 decades. Similar lines of thinking could go towards Jose Altuve and Clayton Kershaw. Jose Altuve has won the batting title 3 out of the last 4 years. He deserves to be recognized as one of the top players in the game, particularly just because he is one of the best players in baseball. The same goes for Clayton Kershaw. Say whatever you want about the postseason, but he's put together amazing performances in the regular season to be really the best pitcher in the game. And this kind of goes with another comment that Jonathan Cowton said. He said, yes, I do like this feature. Whoever said it needed to end at 100. We are assuming 100 is perfect, and that's the best it can ever be. It makes comparing current players with the all-time greats. Current players, if they're the best in the game, get compared to these all-time greats all the time. Why should they be limited based off a level cap? That's at least the way I think about it. Let me know if you guys disagree. So the next comment I'm going to highlight is from Jack Maze? Jack Maze? I'm not sure if I'm saying your name right, but thank you for the comment. I'm still going to highlight it. He likes the feature, and he said, this is good because some players have really good power and then others have even better power. It allows them to be flexible with the rating systems. For example, Jake Lamb could have 99 power and the throwback Reggie Jackson can have 107 power. The thing with this is speed will be absolutely deadly. Have a guy with 103 speed would be crazy. Is this in Road to the Show 2? That would make the game better but also bad at the same time. Just to highlight the speed portion of this, I do not believe speed is going to be affected in the overall attribute change. If you go back and look at the Ken Griffey Jr. card again, it shows that Ken Griffey Jr. is like 110 overall in hitting and then I think 91 overall in fielding. There's nothing that changed with his speed, so I do not believe speed is going to be going over 100 overall. But as far as what you were saying is comparing like somebody like Jake Lamb to Reggie Jackson, yeah, Reggie Jackson should have better power than Jake Lamb considering Reggie Jackson was one of the best home run hitters. Babe Ruth has over 700 career home runs. He should definitely have better power than some guys in the league who might have 99 power. Like Babe Ruth probably will have better power than Chris Davis. A counter to that I kind of saw is from another comment from Matthew DeRoche. Once again, I'm sorry if I'm saying your guys' name wrong. I'm trying. He doesn't like the feature. He said, I feel like it's going to be impossible to strike out guys with 125 contact. To me, this is not much of an argument because if a guy has a 125 contact rating, he earned that 125 contact rating from the way he played in the MLB. A guy who probably deserves at least like 120 contact is Tony Gwynn. In 1994, he hit 394. He got so close to 400, and he only struck out 19 times. So it should be hard to strike out Tony Gwynn, particularly because he didn't strike out when he actually played. If a guy is known for not striking out and getting on base and putting the ball in play, why should he be able to be struck out easily in MLB The Show 18? As long as San Diego Studios doesn't go overboard and start throwing this out to anybody who's having a good stretch, like if for some reason randomly, I don't know, Stephen Vogt starts hitting, 15 home runs in the month of June, as long as they don't throw 115 power his way, then I think it'll be balanced. They have to be very particular about who they give this 100 plus rating to, and then I think it will make sense and kind of balance itself out. Angels fan 531 said, I don't like it. I feel like it will make some players too OP and then it will be lopsided matchups. I see what you're saying, Angels fan, and I do understand, but at the same time, it kind of goes back to the last point, is as long as San Diego Studios isn't too generous about who they give this to, if the guys truly deserve the 100 plus overall attributes, then there shouldn't be too many guys that really have it that will affect the game in too many ways. Some of the best Diamond Dynasty players in the game will probably have a team full of these guys at some point, but as long as they're not too easily given out and it takes a little while to get some of these guys, then it shouldn't be too bad of lopsided matchups as long as you have a decent team yourself. BBK 2K18 said, no, I don't like it. I don't think it's a good idea, and silver cards that are Platoon guys will be insane. Once again, I'm sure he's referring to the Frank Thomas card that had like 125 power against lefties. It's like a 78 overall. If you look at the rest of his stats, that's the only reason you would even bring in that Frank Thomas card. He literally does one thing. He hits for power against lefties. That's why you'd bring him into that situation. You have that card. He's probably useless in most other situations, but if you have that one opportunity to bring him in and actually use him in that situation that he is tailored to, then yeah, it should be a good matchup for you. You strategized well and you used your team well to the point where you have him ready for that one specific matchup. Leander Jimenez says, yes, I like it because it's accurate. Players are tied in 99 power, for example, but we know that one of them does have more power in real life than others, so I really like this. Hope it's just for Legends and can't be changed. MLB The Show Tips has already confirmed that this will be able to be used for live series players as well, so it will not be only for Legends. And last but not least, the last comment I'm going to focus on is an NBA fan. He says, unsure, need to see it in gameplay first. Once I see gameplay, I'll decide. And at the end of the day, I agree with you, NBA fan. You know, we can talk about what this feature might bring to the game, what it might take away from the game. We can discuss it all we want. But until we actually see the gameplay of it, we don't really know if it's going to work or not. We have to see how it actually plays out, if it's overpowered, if it even makes a difference. It all comes down to how the game plays when it comes out on March 23rd. So anyway, guys, once again, let me know if you have any counter arguments to what I said down in the comments. Let me know if you think it's a good change, a bad change, whatever it is. Like the video if you did enjoy this discussion. Subscribe to the channel if you want to keep up with all the new MLB The Show 18 news. Thank you for watching, guys. I really appreciate it. Have a good rest of your day. Peace out.